What up, YouTube? It's your boy Banks. And we back in the building, you feel me? It's True Talks. Cause True Talks, alright? Let's get straight right into it. So you already know, my goodness, man. We definitely have an elite matchup on his hands. We got the Raptors who have swept the Brooklyn Nets. Congratulations for them. You know, congratulations to the Raptors. The fact that they got their first sweep in franchise history ever shows you that, you know, obviously it's a great accomplishment, but there's a lot of negative things that I look at it from that perspective, but I'm not going to look into that. You know what I mean? Actually, let me look into that. The fact that this is the first sweep of Raptors history, and the Raptors have been a top 3 seed for how many years? The last how many years? And this is the first sweep that they got, shows you that literally they haven't been that until Kawhi came. Now that Kawhi left and this is them, they're going to get their next. The only time they get their first sweep is versus a destroyed Brooklyn Nets. Like, that's not to me. Again, everybody has Raptors fans and whatever. Oh my God, we got a sweep, and they're going to look at it as elite. I look at it from the other spectrum. I look at it as this is atrocious. The fact that our only sweep in all these years, when it's not like the Raptors have been a mediocre team. Raptors have been the contending team, a top 3 seed for year after year after year after year after year. And our only time we get a sweep is versus a destroyed Brooklyn Nets with Joe Harris leaving the bubble. Like, come on now, man. Like that just shows you that when I speak about the Raptors, it's factual. When I speak that, yes, you're amped about this and the regular season team and all that type of stuff, but when it comes to the playoffs, they haven't been it. Until Kawhi, a superstar, has came, that's when they have been it. And their best time that they got a series in the short amount of games is 5 games. And that's until when Kawhi came versus Orlando Magic. You know what I'm saying? And even then it should have been a sweep, but what happened? Game 1, we seen what happened. You know what I'm saying? So like, y'all just need to, you know, calm down. Don't be too amped about the sweep. Yes, it's a great accomplishment. Yes, we celebrate all that type of stuff, but you have to see with your own eyes and don't just get pump faked by the hoopla and by the hype. See what's going on. And that's why you come here for that IQ, because that's what I do. I give you the IQ, even though I'm a Raptors fan. I'm the biggest Raptors fan more than a lot of y'all. I can go back to the bare dates where a lot of y'all weren't even watching. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to tell you. But at the end of the day, I've realized that, again, I love basketball so much, and I'm a purist of the sport first, that it's about the sport in the general is first, and then your biases with teams and players come second. It's about the sport first. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's about. So you have to take sometimes emotions, take those things all out the window and, you know, just rate what's going on accordingly. So now Brooklyn, the Celtics have also performed a sweep that is better. It's a sweep versus the Sixers. Yes, they don't have Ben Simmons, but they still have Embiid. They still have all X, Y, and Z and these guys, Tobias. And the fact that they did a sweep to that, because if the Raptors faced the Sixers, they definitely wouldn't have swept. It would have probably been 6 games. So the fact that the Celtics did a sweep on the Sixers, I didn't expect a sweep. I thought maybe 5 games, 6 at max. But the fact that they did a sweep, and the reason why they did a sweep is because Brown, Tatum, Kemba, they advanced into a new higher echelon. You can see the reins, the hierarchy is folding. You know what I mean? It's unfolding. You can see what's going on here. So that just makes the Celtics even more scarier than they actually already were. Because people weren't tuned into them until when they seen what's going on now. And I've been telling y'all about them from before. I've been giving y'all the IQ. That's what I do about them before. I've been telling y'all about Tatum before. I've been telling y'all about Pascal before. I've been telling y'all about what's going on. But now this is the final matchup where we can see what's going on with both. We can actually see and analyze, and we can break down what is going on. Honestly, y'all already know what I've been said about the Celtics. Celtics is a dangerous team, man. It's a dangerous team, and the fact that, like I was saying before, they actually swept the Sixers and how they did it in fashion of it was somewhat close games, but then they just imposed their will because of the ability offensively, and they actually have great defense. And we've seen the last game, Pascal struggle. He's already struggling with the Nets. He's percentage-wise. Struggle with no defender with length in the Nets. Joe Harris guarding him. LeVert guarding him. You know what I'm saying? They only have Jared Allen, but he's not guarding him mano a mano. He's there as a help side. Now you look at it from the perspective how he struggled OD with Jaylen Brown on him, who was literally 6'6". He's 6'9". Pascal 6'9". So that's 3 inches different. He's not a defender with length, but he has the girth. He has the athleticism. He has the contestability. He has the, and he has the body control, the cutoff ability. He has good athleticism, great athleticism, good defensive IQ. So you still have an advantage though. But the fact that you can't use it because Jaylen Brown, it's a mentality thing. It's a mentality thing. That's been my issue always with Pascal, and I could see it before it happens. Y'all wait for the results to happen, and I could see it from certain moments. I see red flags and I call it out. And I know when it's just a minor red flag, and I know when it's a glaring red flag that literally it's not just actually a red flag. It's just your character ability. It's just your character makeup. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I look at Pascal. When I look at that, it's his character makeup. Now, again, like I've been saying, not about the results, not about X, Y, and Z. It's not about that. It's about your character makeup and what you do. And normally the ability and the character makeup do go hand in hand, because when you have limited ability, your character makeup normally is you're going to be more limited with what you can do because of your ability. But being frail mentally and the ability don't necessarily go hand in hand. It does sometimes, but it doesn't always. Because when we look at it from Giannis isn't frail mentally. He's aggressive. It's just his ability. Sometimes when you build a wall, he's like, he can't do nothing, so he has to pass. He's actually trying. He's trying. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't change up his takes based on the time and the moment. His takes change up because he doesn't have that ability. And that's two different things. Pascal, when he doesn't have that guy on him, I see him show the ability. I see him do a mid-range one-legged pull, that awkward one-legged pull. I seen him do a shimmy. I seen him do other things than just his spin when he has weaker guys on him. But the fact that he can't even tap into that bag when I expected him to tap into that bag versus the Nets, where he has a clear advantage, when normally he has a clear advantage, Pascal actually eats. But what's the difference now? It's playoffs. You're now the number one option. There's more pressure. So what happens? It's the mental makeup that is showing you whenever he's imposed with something when it comes to that can attack your mental stability, he normally goes on the weaker end as opposed to the stronger end. That's been Pascal, if you actually analyze it. And he didn't have to show this or do this because he had a Kawhi that was there. So he didn't have the opportunities or have he didn't get thrown into those situations where he would get exposed more often. Because even if one play, he gets into that weaker mentality, especially when he would eat. Then they switch Tobias off him in the Philly series and put Embiid on him. What happens? Palms get sweaty. And he goes into that mental thing. But people don't really react to it or talk about it that much because Kawhi's eating and he's the second option. So you don't really, you don't focus on him too much. He's not in that light. He wasn't even an all-star yet. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at it from that perspective, I've been seeing this happening. Now he's the number one option. You can't escape nothing. It's you. This is why there's certain people, anyone could be a number one option on paper because you're going to get all the shots. So you're going to have higher points. Your out usage rate, your output is going to be higher. But a true number one option on a contender or on a championship caliber team is only for the elite. It's only for the few. And that's why I was saying, don't get it twisted. Pascal isn't that. And we see on the flip side where Tatum is actually that. Tatum had an actual defender with length, Thibault, on him. And he was still cooking him. That's reminiscent of Kawhi having Ben Simmons on him, a defender with length on him. Cooking. And you see Jason Tatum cooking. Not only just the ability, but the mentality is there. I already knew Tatum had that mentality from the first game he played in the rookie, where all the magnitude and everything's on him. The first game he played in the, what is it called? My brain, cause it hasn't happened in a minute. My God, Joe. In the games, the summer league. I don't know why it took me so long to get there. The summer league. The first game he actually played, he got a game winner on someone's beam in the clutch. Once I see that, even if he missed it, once I see that and the type of take he took, the step back, I already knew. That's when I've been sold on Tatum from then, but way before all these other mans. So when Tatum would struggle, it's because of the team makeup, the Kyrie, X, Y, and Z. So now I don't want to go too much into that because again, we're breaking down who I think about with the teams, Boston and Raptors. But when I look at it from that perspective, Tatum is actually a superstar caliber player. He actually is. And we've seen that. And not only that, when it came to the All-Star break, when it came to that where you averaged 30 points per game in the month of February, and he wasn't even the number one option, but what happened? Kemba got out. So now you're forced to kind of go to him more. He established the hierarchy. That's when everybody's seen he's that guy. Killing Kawhi. Killing actually defenders. Going to work. Carrying. And then in the clutch, getting game winners and closing. During this stretch. That only for Tatum, he gets put into a next echelon. And that's what I'm saying. People don't see the context. During the year, when that happens, automatically when Kemba came back, the hierarchy shifted. We already now know, and the team knows, okay, Tatum is that guy, we go to him. Hayward even goes more to a backseat. Brown now rises his level of play, but still knows Tatum, it's you though. You know what I'm saying? Now there's a hierarchy established, and Kemba, when he comes back, he's more humbled. It's like, and no, it's not like Kemba wasn't humbled, but it was supposed to be Kemba Tatum or Kemba, replace Kyrie, but Kemba's like, you know what? It's Tatum now. You can even see in Kemba how he's moving. Yes, he still plays aggressive, and they still are a big three. They still score 20 points per game from three man. It's the only team in the league doing that. But at the end of the day, the hierarchy is more established. And hierarchy being established always does wonders for a team. Always. Always. Because now mans don't step on toes. But still then, if Tatum is struggling, Brown has the ability, Kemba has the ability. And it's not just about the scoring. It's about how they score. They literally make good defenses look weak. Philly isn't a weak defending team. You have Josh Richardson. You have Tobias can play decent defense. You have Embiid. You have what's it called? Like I said, Josh Richardson. Then you have also Thibault. You have guys who could actually play defense. Horford, etc. But what happens is when you pull in gaps, when you pull in these things that they give you, it makes that the defense looks weak. It makes the defense look weak. And they have the ability to shoot mid-range. You see Brown shooting mid-range, pulling off screens, all that type of stuff. You sag back, okay, let's splash that. You know what I'm saying? You have all this ability. They're unguardable. They're playoff made. They're playoff made. While the Raptors, on the other hand, aren't that. They struggle with pulling in gaps. They struggle with all of that one-on-one ability. Yes, they have great team defense, but at the end of the day, if you have one-on-one ability, you're going to struggle. Or you're going to cook versus them, and their defense is not going to look as good. So that's why I look at it from that perspective. There's just too much weapons. Creating-wise on the Celtics, where I say, the Celtics, for me, and just using IQ, it's set. I give Celtics 6. Winning in 6. Celtics winning in 6. That's what I give them. I don't see the Raptors beating the Celtics. Now, it doesn't mean the Raptors can't beat the Celtics, obviously. But again, if I had to put my money on the line, I'm choosing the Celtics for my reasons that I explained. They have basically a superstar in the making who's now tapped into it. And they also have two other creators who are all-star caliber players. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at it from that perspective, where the Raptors have zero, they have zero superstars, and they have an all-star caliber. They have actually, you look at Van Vliet, and you look at Lowry, and you look at Pascal, they do have 3 all-star calibers. Basically big 3 versus big 3. They do have all-star players in that sense, but none of them are a superstar. And the way those guys are all-stars aren't all-stars in the same way these guys are all-stars. You know what I'm saying? They're playoff bred type of all-stars, the Celtics. The Raptors are regular season bred type of all-stars, where it's just output, transition, defense, shoot, catch and shoot, drive and kick, go to the paint. You know what I'm saying? It's not like playoff where I lock you one-on-one, I switch all your plays and switch everything aggressively and force you to one-on-one. Because when you switch everything, it forces to one-on-one, which is what the Celtics do. Now you have the one-on-one. Who's the creator? Lowry, Van Vliet, Pascal. Again, for the Celtics to snap, for the Raptors to win, Pascal has to kill by being killing the defender. Because there's no defender with length, he has to kill and eat. He has to go to work, and he has to be the main guy, the number one option, and carry. Because literally, they technically, on paper, don't have nobody to stop Pascal in the paint. But we seen from the last game, he couldn't even cook one-on-one with Jaylen Brown. And then when he did go into the paint, they did rotations. So it forced them to just have to shoot OD. So when it looks from that perspective, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a 5-game thing. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a 6-game thing. If I have to put my money on the line, I say 6-game Celtics. I don't see the Raptors winning this series. This is where I had it all to. That's why I was waiting. And even if Miami flipped to be this team that, let's say Celtics was fourth and Miami was third, I had it both ways, same ways. Because now in the other series versus the Heat, it's a defender with length. The same ways I had it. I just had the Raptors exit in the second round for this season. There's a reason why you need Kawhi. People are going to be in for a rude awakening when they're going to miss Kawhi this series. You're going to see why I say what I say, that guys doing stuff in role player roles when Kawhi is there and he draws the attention, and you doing stuff when nobody's there and you draw the attention. It's going to be two different things. This is why I've been saying it. We're going to see now. And there's no hate for the Raptors, just calling it like it is. Only way they win this, because remember, Van Vliet and Lowry have to be CJ and Dame on an every game basis. Or Pascal has to snap. He has to snap every game. And which one are those two something you can rely on for 6 games versus an elite team? I won't put my money on that. Hell no. That's faith. That's extreme faith and hope. That's, blind eyes and walking into a wall. That's what that is. I'm not doing that. My IQ is too high to do that. So at the end of the day, like I said, the Celtics are the better team. Raptors have better defense, but that defense don't mean nothing for guys who can create in gaps. And then one-on-one, they're shifting. They're shifty. Only if the Celtics struggle for all of a sudden how many games, then yeah, but that's not going to happen because it's a bubble. So it's going to be a great series though, regardless. It's going to be entertaining. It's going to be great to see. We don't know if, I wanted Lowry to be healthy. I don't know how he's going to look. He says he's going to play as Lowry. He's going to play. That's one thing I rate about him. He's going to play regardless. So I already know that. And so we'll have to see how Lowry's going to move too. Now that he might be hindered a little bit. Obviously on the Celtics side, the fact that people don't even mention that Gordon Hayward is out shows you how elite those 3 guys are. They don't even mention Gordon Hayward. It's not even like he actually is crucial though. Because when Tatum goes to the bench and then Gordon Hayward is still there's another creator with Brown. You know what I'm saying? It's crucial. But, because he's another guy who pulls in gaps and could create his own offense. But, it's just, mans won't even mention that. If they're to lose, they're going to mention Lowry being an excuse as if they don't have Gordon Hayward. But then again, they don't they're just so different that mans don't even they don't even pay. No one even remembers that Gordon Hayward is out. Because now you insert Smart into the starting lineup and he's a defender and that makes their defense even elite as well too. They might be pinched, but they're aggressive. They're elite. They're helter-skelter. You know what I'm saying? So it's honestly, I would be surprised. I would be surprised if the Raptors win this series. This is that would be the biggest accomplishment. I don't even care what happens in the conference finals. If they were to win their Celtics series, I would actually be surprised. But it's just funny how a lot of y'all were around bangs this and y'all palms are sweaty when it comes to the Celtics now. But yet, mans are roasting me for, the Celtics this and this, that, or the Raptors this and this, that. When now you see your palms are sweaty and the things you were worried about and things you're worried about is the things that I've been saying now is coming to fruition. We'll see how it goes, but we'll see. Today they play game 1. We'll see if they actually play or not. You know what I'm saying? This is recorded hella early, so there might be changes. I don't know, but this was recorded hella early. So we'll see if they play or not. We'll see if they sit out. But if not, again, like I said, Celtics in 6, and I will still be breaking all the games down at the end of the day. We're going to see. It's going to come down to Powell, Van Vliet, and Lowry. That's the 3 that is going to come down to. They're going to have to kill on the perimeter, and they're going to have to eat. Norman Powell's going to have to do a lot of mid-range takes. He's going to have to. Can you rely on that? I don't know. Is he that dude to do that? You don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because again, this is what elite looks like when it comes to the Celtics, man. It's just different. Man. It's just different. So, you already know. Share, like, and subscribe. Keep coming for that IQ, because that's what I do. I'm going to do breakdowns for all these games. You already know. It's True Talks, because True Talks. Share, like, and subscribe, man. We out here. There's no doubt here. There's no drought here. You feel me? Bruh, mans are in for a rude awakening, man. In for a rude awakening. Ibaka better hit them hooks. You better do those all day because I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Bruh, that's crazy, man. We'll see. I'm excited though. You already know. And I'm out, man.